Huh? What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the new movie, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. So, in this movie, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet have now become feral and bloodthirsty killers and embark on a murderous rampage, terrorizing a group of young university women and an adult Christopher Robin when he returns to the 100-acre wood 5 years after leaving for college. This movie is, it's a movie, alright. It's something, alright. I don't know how I feel about this movie, but it was about what I expected it to be. I didn't go in expecting it to be a very great movie, and it's not really a great movie, but it does have some fun moments and everything. The looks of Piglet and Pooh are kind of cool. I like Pooh's look more than I do Piglet. Everything, I didn't really like the tusks on Piglet. It didn't look as cool as it could have, but I liked the way Pooh looked and everything. But the masks are pretty funny looking and everything, but they're cool for a low budget movie, and this is a really low budget horror movie, so I kind of give it a pass on some things. Like, the visuals are not that great in this movie. The kills are kind of weak, although there are a couple of really good kills in here, but there are a few that aren't very good, that they kind of cut away to right as the kill happens, and then we see the aftermath, and the aftermath part looks pretty cool, but I guess they just didn't have the budget to pull off showing the whole kill, maybe, I think is what it is. And some of the ones that they did show, I kind of just wish they wouldn't have, because it had CGI blood that looked really bad and everything. So visually it's not the best looking movie. The cinematography isn't the best, and the lighting isn't the best either. It's kind of a dark movie, hard to see what's going on in it, but there is kind of a fun appeal to it and everything. I've always kind of wanted them to do childhood stuff that I've loved growing up as a kid and turning them into horror movies. I actually am all down for this concept. It's a new concept that might become a trend over the next decade and stuff, but I've always kind of liked the idea of horror movies based on classic childhood stories and everything, so this doesn't really bother me and everything. In fact, one of my favorite movies that I watched as a kid, I think it was a 90s horror movie called Pinocchio's Revenge. I really love that movie. I'd like to find it and everything. I haven't seen that movie in forever, so if anybody knows if that's on a streaming service, let me know. I'd love to watch it, because Pinocchio's Revenge was one that I loved as a kid. I don't know if I'll still like it as an adult or not, but this movie kind of reminded me of that. Like, it took the childhood character, someone that I loved as a kid, and turned it into a horror movie character and everything. But it is kind of fun. It takes gives its own little Winnie the Pooh lore to it and everything. And there are things about it that are interesting, like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet and them aren't actually toys or real animals. Instead, they're like some kind of experimental hybrid human people things. It's really weird, but it's kind of cool and everything. It was their way of explaining why they're what they are and everything, and I don't feel like that's really a big spoiler or anything, but yeah, so I'd say this movie is just alright, and the acting is, some of the acting is okay, some of it is pretty bad, and some of it is like so bad it's funny and everything, and the characters are really underdeveloped and undercooked. It kind of reminded me of like how bad the characters are in some of the original Friday the 13th movies. Like, they're not very good characters. They're there to be killed, and that's all that the characters in this movie were here for, is they were just there to be killed. There wasn't really a central character that we followed and everything. Every girl that I thought was going to end up being the final girl ended up not being the one I expected, though, and everything. The final girl wasn't who I expected it to be. I thought that was kind of cool and everything, and it had a decent ending. I know that they've already announced a sequel and everything. I'm curious to see what they'll do with it. They could bring in other Winnie the Pooh characters that weren't in this one. I'd love to see what they would do with some of them and everything, but this is a fun time and a really good movie. Or, not really a good movie, but it's a for what it is a decent movie. I don't know why I said it's a really good movie, I guess, because I'm used to saying that about stuff that I really love, but I wanted to say it really was, but it's not really that good. It's just, it's one of those B, well, it's not even, I won't even say it's a B movie, really. I don't know what it is. It's something. But if you're into low-budget horror movies and stuff, like, you might like it, but it's not like anything super special. It's like pretty much a red box horror movie. The main reason it's getting this wide release and stuff is because of it having the Winnie the Pooh name on it and stuff. But I think this would have been a direct-to-DVD movie if it weren't for all the internet buzz and everything. But I will say I enjoyed it, and I thought it was better than another horror movie that came out this year that I'm going to review here pretty soon. That I need to review it, Megan. But I'll talk about that movie later. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, if you have seen it. If you haven't seen it, what do you think of the concept? Are you one of those people that won't see it because of it being a Winnie the Pooh thing and you don't want your childhood ruined? Just let me know what you think of it, and I hope you enjoy this video, and have a good day, everybody. Oh yeah, and I also almost forgot, I'd say I'd give this movie a 5 out of 10 for right now. It could go down and everything. I don't see it going up on rewatch and everything. It could go down on rewatch, but for right now I'm going to give it a 5, which I think is fair enough, because I did have some fun with it and everything. I wasn't really bored with it. It just wasn't super great, but I never expected it to be anyway. So anyway, thank you and have a good day, everybody.